Hi, I'm Rachel Gray. Welcome to my cooking channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make some lemon blueberry bread. I know this is like the third blueberry thing that I've done, but you're really going to like this bread. I make a sugary lemon glaze that sinks down into it when it's nice and warm and makes it moist and delicious. It's tart, it's sweet, it's moist, and it's super easy to put together. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Normally, I'm a big fan of convection on these types of sort of sweet breads, like banana bread and those that are a little bit thicker. I like to just use regular bake. I'm just going to prepare my pan now. So I'm just going to spray it with some cooking spray. And I use the pan that are lighter on the inside. If it's lighter on the inside, it cooks better. If it happens to be dark on the inside, you'll need to turn the oven down to 325 degrees. Once I've sprayed it, then I'm going to take a little piece of parchment, half piece of parchment, and just lay it in the bottom of the pan. And then I'm just going to set this aside until we're ready for it. To make our lemon blueberry bread, we're going to melt 6 tablespoons of butter. So I'm just going to take 6 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to leave the wrapper on, and I'm just going to put it seam side down into this glass dish. And then I'm going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute until it's melted. And the reason I do it that way is just so that I can take this wrapper off, just like that, and then throw it away. And then it doesn't pop all over my microwave, and it just kind of stays nice and neat in the bottom of the bowl. So I'm going to add these 6 tablespoons of melted butter to 1 cup of sugar and 2 eggs. And then I'm just going to stir that together. And to that, I'm going to add the zest and the juice of 1 lemon. And I use a microplane to zest it. It's perfect because it just takes off peel that you want and not the pith. So you just want the outer layer, the very outer layer, and not that bitter white part. I'm just going to put my lemon inside of my juicer. I'm going to stir that up. This is 1.5 cups of flour. This is 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to give that a quick mix. I'm going to alternate my flour mixture and 1/2 cup of milk. I'm going to put 1/3 of my flour and stir that together, scraping down the sides as you go. 1/3 of the milk. And I'm just going to do that 2 more times. And I want to end with milk. So our batter's done. We just need to add the blueberries to it. I've got 1.5 cups of blueberries, and I've just washed them through a strainer. Now, blueberries have a tendency to float to the top when you're baking them in bread. So in order to sort of suspend them through the batter, this is 1 tablespoon of flour, and I'm just going to sprinkle it over them. And then I'm just going to gently toss them so that they get coated with the flour. I'm just going to pour them into my batter. And I'll have a little flour left in the bottom, that's fine. And I'm just going to gently fold the blueberries into the lemon batter. And once I get them just mixed, I'm going to immediately pour them into my prepared pan and into my hot oven. That will also help them keep suspended in the batter. We're going to bake this in a 350 degree oven for 60 to 70 minutes until it's golden brown. While our bread is baking, we're going to go ahead and make the glaze. So it's just the juice of 1 lemon. I'll squeeze the juice into my hand. That way I catch any seeds. Then I'm just going to add 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm going to stir that up. And because I have an hour, I can just let it sit for a minute and then just stir it every now and again. I've just taken the bread out of the oven. I can tell it's done because a toothpick inserted comes out clean. I'm just gonna stir this glaze 1 more time, and you'll see it's had a chance to dissolve. And then I'm just gonna brush it over the bread while it's nice and warm. And I'm just gonna let this bread cool in the pan for about 15 minutes before I take it out. And because I've used the parchment paper, all I'll need to do is just loosen the sides with a knife. Because we've used the parchment, I'm just gonna lift that right out and peel this paper off, and then just put it on the plate. And there you have it. lemon blueberry bread. It's a snap to put together, and you can freeze it too. The glaze is sweet but tangy. It's got the burst of blueberries and the lemon. It's a really great bread. You can find this recipe and over 200 other recipes on my blog, cookingwithrachel101.com. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Subscribing is free. If you like this bread, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.